Welcome to the Golden Feather. Grab a pint, a plate, and pick your seats. Your hosts, Vertek and Chibi Bree, are back from their latest adventure.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode with the Golden Feather. Today we have an old blind guy.
Hey,
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Fantastic.
And we have Vertek. Hello.
Well, hi guys. How's it going?
Hi. It's going. We are on episode 57, doing that clerical work.
Yeah. Dude. Because we're talking about clerics lately. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the topic we'll be covering today. Yeah, we have a sleepy chat. Usually there's a few more people here by now, but they'll laugh at our jokes later.
It's me.
I don't know about having.
Me.
Yeah, I don't know about having a lot better jokes later. That might be a stretch. We'll have the same jokes.
Yeah,
Maybe
what if we
more
have
people
like
will
really
laugh.
good jokes now and like they get terrible later?
I said laugh at our jokes.
Oh, okay. I thought you said have better jokes later. I was like, I don't know. Maybe they'll just stay the same, but people will give us pity laughs. I don't know.
Or what if that was
Theater.
our best joke?
Oh,
And it's
man.
all downhill from here.
Well, strap in. You're on for a ride. Let's go.
I do like roller coasters. Just saying.
Speaking of roller coasters, Vertek, about I think last year or the year before, convinced me to go on one called I think Heart Attack or something like that, or Pulse maybe is what it was called.
Yeah, Pulse, I think
Either
it
way,
was.
it wasn't until we got to the very top of this really high thing that I realized that I made the most worst mistake of my life. And I looked over and I said, I can't believe you convinced me to do this, and then proceeded to say how much I hated him on the way down as I screamed.
And it was amazing.
So
Yeah, I don't really do roller coasters. I'll do like the kid ones, but that's about it.
yeah, that's about me. Hello, welcome in,
How do you
everybody.
guys survive?
How do we
How do you
survive?
survive? Going
without
on-
thrills
By
like
not
that?
going on scary roller coaster
Yeah.
rides. That's how we survive.
We survive by
The
not
same.
dying.
Yeah.
One roller coaster ride, it takes like 30 seconds, but it gives you enough cardio to last like an hour of running. So would you rather run for an hour or ride a roller coaster for 5 minutes?
Probably run for an hour.
Yeah.
Honestly.
At least the second one doesn't have a chance of making me throw up. You know, just
Oh,
saying.
man. Well, I don't know. Get the wrong pre-workout in and you might.
If I ran for an hour, I'd probably throw up.
Thank you, theater. I'm
Totally.
glad you enjoyed. Yeah, pretty much. It's fair. Either way, it might throw up. I don't know. Well, enough about
Either
that.
way.
Let's talk about you. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Yeah.
I am OldBlindGuy. I am from Arkansas, specifically. And what do? I stream Ashes of Creation content and also make some YouTube videos and hang out with the chat and work a regular day job as well.
Yeah, that sounds like all of us.
You got a couple things going. All right.
I'm very
all right.
unique. Not
So what
really.
brings you to Ashes? What was the big drawing point? Where did you hear about it, and what made you go, "Yep, that's the one for me," and just make a beeline directly for us?
Yeah, I don't really know where I first heard about Ashes. Maybe I probably heard it from just like one of either Lazy Peon or one of the other big MMO YouTubers just talking about like upcoming games, and like seeing the gameplay. I was just like, whatever, it's like not coming out anytime soon or anything. And then like right around, I don't know if it was Lazy Peon's video specifically, but right around that time is when I really started getting into Ashes, since I started learning more about it and realizing like, hey, this game could actually be like the next big thing. Right? And I was just like, I just want to like be involved. And so first I tried applying to Intrepid Studios, and that didn't work out. So I was like, okay, I guess the next best thing is like I'll stream the game and like talk to other people who are just as excited about the game as I am.
Nice. If you don't mind me asking, what did you apply for?
Well, so they said like if you didn't see a job opening that like matched your skills or whatever, to just send in a resume. And my background is project management,
Okay.
and they don't really have like a project management specific role. I guess it's more of like a producer thing. And in my opinion, I think it should be around like the similar skill point, but some people disagree. So
Yeah. So I ended up also applying for Intrepid. But see, I applied for a position I knew I wasn't going to get, but I figured, what the hell?
Hey,
I'm gonna toss them.
that's
I'm tossing them a resume. You never know when they go, oh yeah, cool, we like it.
yeah.
But yeah, I applied to be a community manager, but I am horrible with social media. So
That could be a problem.
yeah, I'm really not the guy for that position. But I was like, yeah, whatever, I'll send it in. So I made it somewhat entertaining, and I gave him like a cover letter that was like a description of like setting out, like it was basically a D&D intro.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness.
Oh,
Make
yeah.
it a little
Oh, yeah.
unique. I like it.
I said, turn page to continue with the the little like press button A to continue, press start to continue, or whatever I did. Yeah. I made it a little fun.
They say anything about it, or they just
No,
like, yeah,
I
no.
didn't hear anything back at all. But on it.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
I figured I'd at least give somebody a chuckle. But yeah, I'd be a terrible guy for that.
Well, at least they responded to me, I guess. That makes me feel slightly better.
Well, I think I put in way back, like before they really even got like the news site up or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So maybe they didn't have like recruiters like they do now.
Yeah, it was like, if I recall, I had to actually send it via like Glassdoor or something like that. I forget. Like it was through like
Weird.
third party sites rather than their own.
I thought you were gonna say carrier pigeon, but
I was
Close
like,
enough,
why do I
close
feel
enough.
like Birdtech was the troll?
Yeah. But yeah,
this pigeon just lands on their door seal with your application. I feel like you would have gotten hired at that point.
yeah. If it actually made it all the way.
Yeah.
See, what you gotta do is you gotta train the bird. It takes years. You gotta train the bird that this is where you're supposed to go. And then
Mhm.
take it
Yeah,
very
you-
far away and then give it the thing and then just tells it to go home. And just like
They
flies.
just look out the window and see you out there with like a pigeon, like, here's where you need to go.
Yeah, right. Boy. But yeah, it was neat.
That's funny.
You were saying?
Me?
Yeah, sorry, it sounded like I was gonna interrupt you there.
Mm-mm. No. Mm.
So, speaking of you, sir, some of your videos that you had up, I watched a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
By a couple, I mean all but the one pumpkin one, because it was really long. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't blame
But,
me. Didn't edit it either.
There was one. I want to get more of an in-depth thought process on this, or not really thought process, but I guess discussion point. So you
Sure.
had the top 5 things you're excited about. I think like number 3 or so was the open world dungeons and raids.
Yeah, definitely.
And you'd mentioned that you really like how they are going to scale when people go through them. If you blast through the first couple levels, the next levels start to get harder and harder. Now, my question on that is, what do you think would happen? And this is a question that I still want to ask Intrepid, because I don't think they've answered it. But what do you think would happen if, say, one group is going through, they get halfway through a raid that enhances skill based on their performance, and another group comes in and just completely destroys them and then blocks them out, and then they continue on? Do you think the next level would have remained skilled, or I guess would remain enhanced to the point that the other group had it? Do you think there'd be a reset timer where the new group is actually progressing through like respawned enemies, or how do you think that all that would work if someone else is trying to go through an open world area?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. So my understanding of raids so like there's a difference between like open world dungeons and raids. I thought. I could be wrong on this. But raids to me are like the instance content, like in WoW, where like you're actually doing like a full-on raid with your guild and like nobody's gonna like come in and interrupt you. And then
Yeah.
there's like the dungeons where people can come in and like steal your like spawns that you're farming and stuff like that. But I could be wrong. But that's just kind of my understanding of like raids versus open world dungeons.
Yeah, I'm going to make the same disclaimer. Like, I may be wrong and maybe I missed something, but the last clarification I had was that the dungeons and raids are going to be mostly open world.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are going to be mostly open world. There's going to be very little instancing, is the stance that I heard, which to me I'm kind of upset about, because I do like the thought of going in with the guild or going in with the raid group that's multiple guilds or what have you, and being able to set up for the night and just keep trying to knock it down, keep trying to beat it.
Right.
And you have your 3 hours or so a night for a couple of days a week, but if it's all open world, you're not going to get that kind of steady commitment time. You're gonna have to do it as you can, which honestly, for the health of the game, that might be better, because as typically it's like a 6-month expansion, or not expansion, but update window for games. Like 6 months they release a new raid or something.
Sure. Yeah.
And most people have beaten it and gotten bored by then, except for those who are really, really, really trailing behind because they wanted to adventure and explore first.
Right.
You can't knock them for it, but I mean, that's just their approach. They're the only ones that are really left to beat it by the end of the 6 months. But if you make it open world, nobody is going to get consistent practice on it unless they completely block off that dungeon with hordes of PvP people just waiting at the door. So it might actually take most people 6 months to get through like one raid.
Yeah,
that's an interesting point. I'm with you in that, like, I would prefer to see the raids more instance. Like, there could be open world raids, that's fine, but I would like the WoW type of raiding where you can go into a raid where it's just your guild, like whoever's in your party, and you like kill that content for loot. But at the same time, I do like the idea that you mentioned there, where it could take you 6 months to get through a whole raid because people are trying to like interrupt you and stuff. But like that's actually like one thing I really like about Ashes is that even if you did get the best gear, there's still like crafting for legendaries. There's still like the 250 versus 250 PvP. There's a lot of like, and there's open world world bosses that only spawn like monthly, apparently. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do within that game other than just like do the raids.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And see, I just went and dug it up while you were talking there.
Because I was trying to, and I think the wiki is down.
Oh no.
That's all right. No, I think the wiki tool maybe the Discord thing.
The bot. My bad. Yeah.
But so here's the last quote that they have updated anyway, is instancing is only going to happen in certain dungeons where the desire is to have greater narrative appeal. Outside of these and arenas, there will not be too much instancing anywhere else. There will be an 80-20 split between open world versus instanced encounters.
Interesting. Wait, so 20 for instance and 80 for open world then? Okay.
Yeah. So it's only going to be for like direct core world story stuff, I'd imagine.
Ooh.
Well, hopefully that world story stuff drops some decent loot as well.
Right.
I guess.
Oh man.
Well, you never know though. I mean, that stuff may end up being like one-time shot.
Ooh.
Like you can go through as many times as you want, but you're only going to loot it once or something because it's story content and you can just help somebody else finish their story. But well, no, because then what would be your drive to help them? Yeah, I guess we'd have to keep dropping loot, right?
Outside of being like a nice person.
Well, if there's the mentoring system, whatever, maybe the mentoring system might help you get some loot.
Maybe just
help them through it.
Because 10 minutes before the phasal sun is setting, blanket guy is sinking. Oh no! Oh no!
Falling asleep. We're boring.
Oh no!
Lose it. But yeah. So I mean, that's at least there's something, Yeah. But I'm just trying to imagine like what would keep people going in there. Maybe if they just make the instant stuff like story related, but then it has a lot of cosmetics and just like a pure gold dump.
Mm.
So you're not really going in there for gear.
Thank you, Faisal.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would like to at least like to at least voice my opinions in Intrepid that I would like at least a little bit of instance rating. I think it's really fun, and it's like that's the way you're gonna get like be able to put the most challenging content in your game is by doing that, because if you have to account for like people coming in and trying to kill you and stuff like that, you can never make it like the hardest possible content you can, because nobody will ever be able to do it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah,
I also
it'll be
like
really
what-
tricky.
I also like what Frosty Coffee said. He says, so if raids are open to anyone, wouldn't that just ruin the experience? You can't queue up like Vertex said. Randoms can come in and ruin the raid you're trying to complete. I wouldn't be too happy.
I agree. And like especially in games like I'm gonna mention World of Warcraft a lot because that's like my game.
That's okay.
That's where I come from. I played a lot of
Me too.
RuneScape too and some other MMOs, but mostly WoW. But like in WoW, if you screw up one mechanic, your whole party dies, right?
Yeah.
And if one rogue comes in and like stuns you or something during a mechanic, and you screw it up and die, like that wouldn't be a fun experience.
No.
So that's why I'm
I
saying
agree.
like you got to put the harder content in instanced raids.
Yeah.
Unless now, here's where it could maybe be interesting is, and by interesting I mean just varied in experience. Maybe not like interesting like yay joy, but what if they actually reduce difficulty of the big raids, so that it would actually account for things like people coming through. But I mean, the mechanic where it's going to increase difficulty based on your performance, I think may actually be a benefit there to a degree, because every week as you get stronger, little by little, you'll get through faster and better and perform better. Because if there's supposed to be much more metrics to it besides just quickly clearing it, and they're probably evaluating your avoidance and
Right.
dodging specific mechanics and things like that. So maybe as you get better at it, more practice, because you're trying to speed through because the pressure of somebody else could be coming in right now and just completely jack up our run. Maybe it'll get better and better loot as you go through, and just
I feel like that sounds more like a
difficulty
mythic
starting
dungeon
easy.
to me.
It does sound
Yeah.
like Mythic Dungeons.
And I personally don't like the idea of raids not being difficult, because that's the whole point of the raid, is to be
Yeah,
difficult.
the whole point of raiding to me is you versus the environment. Can you do all of the mechanics perfectly every time? And if you can't, then you got to start over and do it again.
Yeah.
The fact that somebody could come in and screw that up, like outside of like your, like it takes it out of your control a little bit. And like the reason I like raiding is because I have the control to do everything perfectly, and if I don't, it affects like other people.
Yeah,
yeah.
and I feel the same way. Like, I know I specifically would feel very salty if I was in the middle of fighting something and I was about to cast like that one heal, but then so-and-so decided to just come up and like attack me from behind, and now I've been like interrupted from casting the heal that would have saved somebody, and then we just go down like crazy, and then I'm like upset because what the heck?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to hit me. What the heck? I mean, it's open world, so like technically you are, but still, like for what we're used to, you're not supposed to be able to hit me. You're supposed to hit the boss.
Right. And I'm not opposed to open world raids. I just want there to have both.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do open world, I would like instance as well.
Now,
Yeah.
here's the other thing, though, that is actually a good thing. And like you say, Psycho, by the way, WoW is pretty much the standard to go off of because it has done it right in the past. That's true. I mean, at some point, WoW has done everything perfect at different times of their entire, lifespan. Some things have improved over time, and other things have improved and then just got totally worse.
Yeah.
So at
One
some
thing-
point in time, something has always been perfect in the game.
And one thing that they consistently do right is the rating, in my opinion. Not necessarily the gear or anything like that, but making the raids like challenging and having cool mechanics.
Yeah.
Hey, Cash Coach, thanks for
Hi.
stopping by, and thanks for renewing the sub. Much
Yeah,
appreciated.
thank you. I also found out that my ears can react to people like following and stuff, so I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that.
What?
Nice.
So.
Do it.
I will.
But
Yeah, I agree with what A1R is saying. I think large guilds are going to block the entrance while the main raid group goes into the dungeon.
yeah. So it's going to be a lot more of the people who prepare by getting their entire guild invested in the red, or in the
Yeah.
raid
Yeah.
rather. So
In the red.
And that's
yeah,
that's
Get out of the
cool.
red.
Yeah.
That's cool, but like at the same time, if I just wanted to like play the game with like a small group of like 20 friends or something like that, then like how would that work? You know?
Yeah, I mean it's gonna suck for the small guilds unless they literally build up some form of alliances where it's like, hey, this week you guys are doing guard, next week we'll guard for you, or Mondays are your raid night and we'll guard the door for you, and then you if you just like every like movie and book that you go through where there's the guards just sitting over there like, how'd I get guard duty today? Damn
Yeah,
it, just staring at the
funny.
walls and the assassin sneaks right past him.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that because I just had a meeting with my guild not that long ago, and they're saying, oh, we're gonna have these guards and they're gonna guard the entrances to dungeons and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, who wants to be a guard? And everybody's like, not me.
Not it. Nice. But yeah, the other part about that is that at least Intrepid is doing a couple things correctly when it comes to their testing. For one, they're testing and gathering so much data, it's bananas. And they're
Yeah.
using that data to make improvements, whether we notice them or not. And
Yeah.
they're open to changing their systems. Like for one, the one thing that comes to mind definitely is the combo system.
Yeah.
Like early on, there was, I'm not sure if you caught those, blind guy, but there was at one point it was just a bar that went like across your screen, and you had to like tap it at a certain point, and if you did, you got focus points that ended up like increasing your damage for the next attack. So it was like it was a very like fast twitch response time thing to get you decent damage and like to power up your mana and stuff like that. But it ended up being feeling really awkward to some people, and they listened to the feedback and they watched it and they played it and they tried to tweak it and tried to do a couple things, and they decided to just can it. But that was one of their big key points is, there's no auto attack. What we're going to have is a combo system. And they've canned it, at least for now anyway, they've canned it. So in theory, if the open world for most things ends up being a really bad idea, they'll probably, I would like to think, go ahead and just move on from it and leave like a bunch of dungeons open world, but the important ones and then the raids and whatnot take to close.
Yeah,
Honestly,
because
I think that's the best
love
way.
the idea. Sorry, what did you
Oh,
say?
no. I said, honestly, I think that's the best way.
Yeah, and I love the idea of open world dungeons and stuff like that. It kind of gives me like the RuneScape vibes, where like you can like farm in like a certain area, but somebody can crash your area and take your mobs and stuff like that. I like that like competition. But yeah, I think you've given me a good idea to make a video on. So this is a great conversation.
You heard it here first, folks. New video coming
Yeah.
We have ideas.
from the blind guy.
Yay. But yeah, at least somebody will make it. But yeah, that's always been something I've been curious about, is how exactly is the dungeon and the raid when it's open world going to react if somebody comes through and completely wipes one group and boots them right out the door. Like, are they gonna have to wait 2 hours for respawn to be able to get a difficulty that they want? Is it going to be able to be done more than once, so they have to wait to clear it again, or will it not respawn until the first group wipes it out completely?
Yeah,
is it
gonna
even
be
going to be worth your time?
Reset.
Yeah, is it going to like take 3 or 4 hours so that they just may as well not worry about kicking out a group and just come back in a couple hours? Or would it be worth their while to wipe out another raid group and take it over?
Yeah.
What was your Ooze and Ahs?
Good question.
Sorry, I like Patrick's question. I don't know if anybody's played Lineage 2. I haven't. Have you guys?
I haven't. No.
I have not. That was one of those that I went to maybe pick up, but I was too deep into I think WildStar at the time. It was either WildStar or SOTOR, one or the other.
Yeah, they're talking about the difference between Sired and Argent, Tall Sword and Blade Dancer. Not really sure. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really get into Lineage or Arcade or PDO or anything like that.
Yeah, same.
I generally play more of the Western MMOs if I do
Yeah,
play
I can,
them.
Like- Nice. Okay. A1R says, do you think players will be able to keep dungeons secret for a period of time, especially in the areas less traveled? Like
I hope
you and your
so.
guild. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think that's like a really cool idea. Like say your node just leveled up and like all this stuff unlocked, but like nobody knows what unlocked until they like explore the area.
Right.
I think that'd be great, and also would make for great YouTube content.
I agree. That'd be cool. Vertech went silent over there. He's doing super thinky looks.
Sorry, yeah, I was looking up. I was trying to look up the class name specifically.
Oh yeah.
That they were talking about. Just because again, I don't know the Lineage 2 stuff, but
yeah.
I think TSG makes a good point though. Depends on how much info the API puts out.
Like
you
the
could have,
level. Sorry, go ahead.
You're good. I assume he's talking about like, because you could data mine that there might be like certain dungeons in certain areas.
I was gonna go a whole other direction. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's basically what I was gonna say.
Okay. I was thinking like when you level up the node and it's like something happens nearby and it alerts everybody that something happened. So now everybody knows to go look for that thing. So that kind of API that I was thinking of. And maybe I'm getting the API wrong. I don't know. I mean, I should know what an API is, but it depends on like the usage.
You
I
could be
suppose.
talking about anything. APIs could literally mean anything.
yeah. And I'll loop back, Patrick's just I'll loop back on the class thing because I found what you were talking about and I'm just looking at the differences there. But as far as the keeping dungeons hidden, I believe, and we need to look back at, I think it was the library was the building that keeps track of things that happen in the world. But I believe Steven said that you actually have to return back and tell it what you found. So
My question is, why would you do that?
And yeah, that's exactly the thing. And that's exactly what I was thinking to begin with is, hey, if I find something, you better bet I'm going to run with the guild and we're going to go and try and beat that thing. But, I do kind of want my name recorded next to it as so-and-so found the whatever. So come on, guys. We got a week. Let's go and try to beat this thing down, do what we can, and then I'm recording it in the book.
And then in the meantime, you have to hope somebody else didn't come across it and decide to go straight for it so they could have the first glory.
Yeah.
Sure. And to your point you made earlier, I would assume that people know whenever the node levels up, more stuff unlocks. So you would assume like as soon as the node levels up, everybody just starts scrambling and looking for like new content.
Yeah,
something happened. Where is it? What is it? Let's look for it.
Yeah. Or the giant dragon that can apparently spawn and just try to destroy the entire city for wreaking havoc on its cave. How dare you ruin my mountain?
Like, we'll never really know exactly what's going on or exactly what could happen until we see it really occur there.
We don't really have very much information on that quite yet at Patrick, sorry. Patrick's, I guess is how it is. Sorry, I'm reading it from very far. So
because basically, like, I was gonna say the main question that Patrick's had was let's see.
Thank you.
The difference between Siren and Argent. Siren being Bard main, tank secondary, and the Argent words being a tank main and Bard second.
Okay, so what's the difference between the two, basically?
Yeah, the difference between the two is really going to end up being that the tank main with a Bard secondary is going to be able to tank really well, but also have some Bardic support influences, which is one of the classes I'm actually really, really curious about exactly how it's going to play. So they'd be able to stand up in front of a boss and like take some hits and do some stuff, and then maybe support their teammates, maybe support the other tank. Maybe they'll be a really, really solid off tank because they're supporting the healers with certain things, they're supporting your DPS with certain other things at different times, and the whole while holding a pile of ads or like doing off tank taunting or something.
Yeah. Also, a key difference between tank mage and mage tank would be a tank mage would probably be able to blink instead of rush towards the enemy, so that it just affects the primary, like it augments the primary skills. So you're still a tank when you're a tank bard. You just get augmented by the bard class, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and then the vice versa, when you're a bard with a tank secondary, you're going to be mainly support that's also going to be able to survive a while. So
Yeah.
let's say if there's let's say there's a reason that you need to split up a group, right? And you have a melee group and a range group, and your bard is going to be casting things that only impact a certain distance away. Like clerics have a skill that only impacts within or only affects party members within a certain distance of them. So if you have two separate groups, a bard with a tank secondary might be able to keep themselves alive more if they stay within, range of the melee. So they might want to change that, choose that. Whereas somebody who's hanging out near the range group might want to choose something like, I don't know, bard. Who knows, bard ranger, because then they can toss out some traps and whatnot to keep enemies from coming to the range group.
Yeah.
My personal preference for classes would be bard mage, but with the caveat that I would prefer to be like full DPS if possible. I can support people that here and there, but I would prefer to do like the damage but also be a bard, because that's just like that's my favorite D&D class as well.
Hey Laura, welcome in. Yeah, that makes sense. As far as what I was saying, we don't know the specifics of these different class combinations. We just know that one class is augmented by the second class.
Right.
But in terms of specifically what's the difference outside of one being a bard main and the other one being a tank main, we don't know how a tank would affect a bard as bard tank instead of cleric as bard cleric. We don't know the specifics of those quite yet. But all we can do is kind of guess at it, which is still fun. So
yeah. Vertec made some good points. I never really thought about I would have never considered like tank bard. I would be like, that's not a good spec. Like support as a tank doesn't make any sense. But you made some really good points. So I need to be a little bit more.
We keep changing your mind here.
I think I need to be a little bit more open with some of the classes and consider all the options.
Is OldBlindGuy gonna be the Ashes of Creation Steven Crowder?
Yeah, change my mind.
Change my
mind. Set up a table.
Hey, that sounds like a good concept. I might have to add that to my
There you go.
well.
We've inspired a new series.
All the ideas today.
Yes. Give us more content.
Yeah. That being said, the
not yet horrendous.
The one statement that I was raring and I was waiting to pry out of Steven, and we finally got it out of him at one point, was that if there is a class archetype name within your actual class combination, you are viable to do that job. Viable being a very wide frame of reference.
Yeah.
Like if you have a tank as your secondary archetype, you can be viable as a tank.
Perfect.
I'm using giant zoomed quotey fingers because you're not going to be able to main tank a raid boss. No. But if there's some ads, you'll be able to survive it, and you'll be able to soak them up and do something. If you have a healer secondary, you might be able to do some kind of self-healing, keep yourself alive. Who knows? Maybe you'll have a close AoE thing to help support some people, but you're not going to be healing the main tank and a raid boss or anything. So
yeah. I like what Psycho said. Viable, maybe not ideal, but viable.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the blind guy special, is viable but probably not ideal. That's what I try to do in like every game. Yeah.
And by the way, Frosty, I did notice. Thank you for the resub.
Yeah.
Thank you for spending your time here. Most importantly,
your cute emote.
Right.
And IN4 summoner tanks trying continue the conversation. Oh wait, trying to take over the world. That's summoner funny.
Tanks.
I like it.
Jeez. Okay, so on the topic that Horrendous brought up, if you guys don't mind if we swap topics.
Sure.
Is cosmetics. I have the new cosmetics up, but first off, Vertec found an interesting video. Says talk kids ha 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 is does day one cosmetics ruin immersion?
Hey, that's my video.
It is.
Yes,
it is.
it does.
And hey, we have you on, so we're going to talk the bejeebus out of it.
Yep.
All right. I'm
So-
prepared to argue my statement.
What is your statement so that those of you who haven't seen it, and also Vertec will be putting the link in there for us in just a second.
If I tell
And-
you, then nobody will watch the video.
So you got to give I guess a brief synopsis is.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Do you
If
believe it does
Your
or does
stance. Yeah, just
If
your
they're
stance.
gonna watch the video, they would have done it by now.
not? No.
Maybe they didn't know where it was. Mhm.
I think it is immersion breaking, and my suggestion would be to wait 3 weeks before allowing people to use their cosmetics,
Mhm.
because when you go into the world and everybody's just wearing like Death Knight armor and looking badass and stuff, it like, I understand that you're from another world or whatever according to the lore, but like you're still level 1, like you're still not going to be that powerful, and
Yeah.
if you look powerful and you're not powerful, it's going to feel bad, and it's going to make other people feel bad that don't have cosmetics. And if you do have cosmetics, there's like not really any reason to like get level 10 armor other than it just like works better, but it's not as exciting because you like all this cool like time that they spent designing this level 10 armor all of a sudden doesn't matter because you're just going to wear your cosmetics.
So here you go. Here's me going to be trying to change your mind again.
Oh
All
god.
right.
Oh
Because
gosh.
so here's the thing that Steven said. Like everyone wants to be, and I think you mentioned this in your video. Which, by the way, folks, I just put the link in there. Please just stop by and give them a watch.
Yes.
Give it a like if you like it, and a subscribe if you like all the content there.
And continue the
And
discussion.
like and subscribe if you don't like it too.
Yeah, like somebody else at the beginning of all their videos, they go like and subscribe for no reason. Just do it.
Yeah.
But
for support.
But,
Do it for support. Sorry.
there you
ahead.
go. There you go. But yeah. So like Steven said, you're an adventurer coming from a whole different world. You are a mighty so and so doing mighty so and so things.
Mm-hmm.
And while you may go into a world, like there's a whole different mindset that you have to be in, because there's a whole different exposure of everything. Like you're going into a magical world, right? There was no magic on Sanctus. So you're coming back to magic
Mm-hmm.
and getting exposed to it for the first time. Like what shit's happening here? What's going on? The sparkly things. And so that alone is going to make everything on this world even more intense and even more disastrous to your everything.
Mm-hmm.
So while Billy Bob the adventurer may not have the best gear, he's going to come through as your standard level 1. Aloysius Lacree the Fifth may have all of Daddy's money and bought himself that nice Death Knight armor, but he's going to get his teeth kicked in just as badly as Billy Bob, and you get to laugh at him. Just like if you go to a Mustang convention, you see those guys with souped up Mustangs go, "Rrr," like all those funny YouTube videos. They got the money to buy the fancy things, but they can't control it for shit, and they wreck it. So that's my view on explaining and immersing myself into it. Like somebody had money, they bought the fancy stuff, but you know what? I'm going to see them laying on the ground the same way I'm going to be laying on the ground here in a minute, because that's a scary mushroom thing running at me.
Yeah, I'm actually going to use your own analogy against you, okay?
Where's it go?
Ooh.
So
I'm
you
in.
can get the world's crappiest Mustang, and you can put a 5.0 badge on it, and it's going to look like it's super nice. But then, like, when you actually drive it, it's not going to drive like the world's nicest Mustang, right? And
Mm-hmm.
and that just, it feels like you're lying to yourself, I think, a little bit.
Oh yeah, but that's exactly my point. Is there's going to be some people with bravado that are going to go out there like, I'm the big tough guy. Really? Is that why I'm rezzing you right now?
And
You
then
dumb punk.
and then there's me, who I'm like, oh, I bought this cosmetic because it looks pretty, and I want to feel like whatever season. And sure, I'm new, but I want to apply it because it's cute and pretty. I've waited just to be able to see it in game for like years. So
Yeah, and that's why I'm not against cosmetics. I understand that people
oh yeah,
love wearing
you're saying like
cosmetics.
first week or two.
Yeah, and I understand people love wearing cosmetics, and like people actually ask for cosmetics nowadays, whereas before is like, oh, you're selling cosmetics, like. But I understand like people need to make money, and people don't like having to like try super hard to get cool looking gear. But I just wish at the very beginning it wouldn't be like so readily available. But one thing I've changed my mind slightly on a little bit from when I first made the video, I didn't actually realize how expensive it was to get that armor, because you have to pay like the $375 in order to get the armor.
Yeah.
So I like here I was thinking like everybody's gonna be running around wearing like Death Knight armor and stuff like that. But the fact is it's probably gonna be very few and far in between the people that are actually wearing the cosmetics. So that actually makes it a little bit like less bad to me, but I would still prefer like just giving it a little bit of time.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. And Air128, did you catch that comment? I just want to see the main tank come to the raid wearing the hat from this month's cosmetic. The little Chiquita banana fall version or fall edition stuff. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. But yeah, like Aaronin mentioned something that I was going to actually bring up as a possibility. Aaronin says, but you need to unlock the in-game item before you can use cosmetic, right? And that is affirmative. The question I'm uncertain of myself is with armor. Will there be multiple tiers in the same way there are multiple tiers of boats and multiple tiers of housing items where, yeah, sure, you can buy the super ultra mega sunshine altar of godliness as a monthly cosmetic, but maybe that's a tier 3 and you only unlock tier 3 cosmetics after you get your node up to level 4 or level 5, and then you can research the schematics to be able to build one on your freehold, and then finally after you can build one on your freehold, then you can finally apply that cosmetic. Maybe some of the armor cosmetics are the same thing. Like maybe you need to unlock like a certain level tier of armor, like be it leather or plate or what have you, before you can apply that.
Yeah, if that's the case, that's fine with me. That'll probably solve the issue that I have with it. But as far as I know, like you start off wearing armor, and so you can just put the cosmetics on the armor, right? That's just like my line of thinking. But if that's not the case, then that solves the issue.
Right, yeah. That's a good question for Steven.
That's a good question for Steven.
Cosmetic would be...
Good. I was gonna say, I love that Laura's gonna wear the mushroom hat from last month to raid tank with it.
Yes. And I was gonna say cosmetic would be, ooh, look, I look pretty farming mushrooms. I blend into the autumn season. It won't make you play faster. Yeah, that's fair. That is a good point. But speaking of,
and I'm not. I just want to clarify. I'm not saying that cosmetics are pay to win or anything like that. It's it ruins my immersion a little bit.
Yeah, that's all it is immersion.
Oh yeah, and I totally get that. I can definitely see that angle.
So this wonderful set of cosmetics that we have are available until December 2nd, and they came out on my birthday, November 4th. And the Woe of Woodlands were removed on November 4th, so you can no longer get those now. But I like the little lore with this one. The sun greets the land once more, and with it dawns the promise of survival against the coming cold. Hills and valleys are swathed in white, with trees left bearing no shade. Now is a period of cooperation and generosity, for the frost will indiscriminately take any in its path, swallowing the unprepared. Indeed, hope blooms now in the face of uncertainty. Together, hearth and home will see us through. That's so cute. So, yeah, and I think it's really interesting. So let's take a moment real quick and talk about the cosmetics and our opinions. What do you guys think?
The new
Who wants
ones?
to go first?
Oh, I am all
Yeah.
about making the leaf buried house like the fall edition of the Golden Feather Tavern. I mean, it's even got golden leaves on it, for crying out loud.
Yes, gold. Sorry. I really like the dragon concept. It's really unique. I haven't seen something like that in the game before, but also want to see I also want to see just how it flies and everything with the in-game I guess, what do you call it, animations are. Sorry. Horrendous as I personally hate clutter all over the house. So,
Not wrong. You'd probably be sweeping those up if you were living in that house.
yeah.
But it does look amazing. The armor is a little strange. I don't know that I would like wear that if I was anything but like a hunter or something. The dragon looks amazing, and the only thing I'm not so sure about for the dragon is the wings. Like it seems like they're just giant maple leaves, which is kind of strange, but I can look past it because it looks amazing. And then the bear with the big barrel, awesome, love it.
Is that
My
the new
dog is
brew
chewing on
bear?
something.
Is that
Hold on.
it's okay. Is that the fall edition of brew bear? Just yeah,
It's,
autumn.
Sorry.
Fall
Okay.
bear.
The fall bear, fall brew bear.
I like it. All I know is it's a giant keg of something, and I want to know how it tastes.
Yeah, well, my question is, is that just for looks? I assume you can just sit in it, but if not, if it's just carrying like a giant keg of something, I do want to know what's in it.
Good point.
Thank you
I'm
for the
getting-
cheer, Air. Much appreciated.
I'm grabbing the new cosmetic to put up, and so we can swap over to the other. There we go. Swap over to the other screen and just kind of take a look at their setup there. Open.
And while you're doing that, speaking of which, with the cleric video, speaking of cosmetics and their movement in game, did you guys happen to see the little star? Oh, what was it? The star something or
Got
other.
this. Somebody in our
Why
chat
can I
said
not
earlier.
remember its name? I had it like
Starcrawler?
5 minutes ago. The what's up?
Starcrawler? Was it the Starcrawler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. The Luminous
No.
Star Chaser. That was it.
Star Chaser. There we go.
Was it Star Chaser?
I don't
Oh
know.
man.
It was
I'm
a
gonna have to look it
luminous
up.
something.
It was a luminous something. Yes,
Yeah,
it was a little
Starcrawler.
chinchilla with stars. Yes.
Yeah, that looked amazing. I love. It was like a little cute little animal thing, and they just briefly showed it for just a second, but it made an impact, I think.
Yeah. How long is that
Absolutely.
video? Should I pull it
It's
up here?
2 minutes, 3 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I'll pull it up
2.5.
here. Let me go find it. I'll go pull it up here.
Oh, also, I'm not a huge fan of the weird ferret thing.
No?
Oh, the stoat. What is the
Yeah.
stoat?
Is
I
that,
actually want to look that up. Is that actually a word? Did they invent something?
Maybe.
Stoat. Holy moly. It is a thing. It's a small carnivorous mammal of the weasel family, which has chestnut fur with white underparts and a black tipped tail. It's native to both Eurasia and North America, and in northern areas, the coat turns white in winter. Holy moly. Yes, I had no idea.
so it's got.
It's a weird word.
it
Stoat.
has wings in real life.
I'm realizing that the audio is gone and I'm not sure why.
Yeah, ferrets and weasels I knew about. Stoats I did not. I did not know that was a thing. But they switched the male and female?
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah. Sorry. Talking to myself over here.
Looks like a fairy weasel.
There you go.
Mustelids?
Mustelids. I don't even know what those are. Is that on their Twitter by chance?
What do you mean they horrendous, what do you mean they switched the male female with the costume? What did I miss on that? I'm looking. Yeah, Sea Tavern, thank you. I didn't hear of it before this month either. I'm glad I'm not the
Basil.
only one.
Faisal subscribed to my YouTube. Thanks, Faisal.
Yes, thank you, Faisal.
Nice. Basil's one of my heroes.
Oh yeah. They
I
just
like
swapped
him.
the positions of them.
Oh,
what he was
okay.
saying.
Gotcha. Look at that. The people talking about me noticing details. Holy mackerel.
I'm the least detail-oriented person ever.
I mean, you're a blind guy, so I wouldn't expect you to see many of the details.
That's true.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
Maybe
I'm
there's a
trying to
little
find
bit
the
more
video.
to my name than I thought.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's not just a title, okay? It's a way of life.
You guys want to know how I came up with the name?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, where'd that come from? Give us some history.
All right, so way back in my day, there's this game called Halo, the original Halo.
Yeah.
And in the multiplayer, if you were killed by someone or if you killed somebody, it would say you were killed by blank, and then or you killed blank. I'm like, what's the most embarrassing thing to be killed by? Oh, I know, an old blind guy, right? And if you kill an old blind guy, you just feel bad. Like you don't feel good about it
Okay.
or anything like that. So I was like, yeah, that's gonna be my name, and it was just really funny, and everybody liked it. So I just I just put it in all the different games that I played, and
Nice.
then just when I decided to stream, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, we'll go old blind guy. People will be confused, but that's all right.
Z said you were killed by stepping on Lego.
Yeah, you could. See,
That's-
I don't know if that would fit in back in the day. It would. I think that name might be a little too long.
Hmm.
But you could, if you took out the spaces, you might have a chance.
Lego on floor. There you go. Lego underfoot.
Yeah, that would probably fit.
That'd fit.
Yeah,
There we go.
I'm not trying to do math right now, but it would probably fit.
Start counting letters. Ready, set, go. So, while she's still working on that, I did find, it's fairly interesting, just people going into it deeper again, but the old debate of, will one game, only be able to live if the other one dies or something. Someone brought up a post. It was Ivana Nikolic, which sounds like one of those names that people try to trick you into saying, but I can't get the last part to sound like anything funny. Like Ivana Humpalot or something like that.
Yeah.
Isn't that a Bond character?
Oh my goodness.
I think it is. Or it was a something character.
There's something similar to that on James. Or
But
maybe not
regardless.
James, maybe it was Austin Powers.
Yeah, actually that might be it. That might be it right there. But yeah, Austin Powers.
I'm
Change
just
lives
over
and
here
became
trying to
blind
get
guy.
it
No.
set up, and you guys are just silly.
Nuh-uh, we're not silly at all. But yeah, so
Never been
someone
silly
made a
in my
post
life.
on the Reddit talking about is this another WoW killer? Why do people insist that one game must die or what have you? But I honestly think it's a whole lot of overhype, really. Like it's something that, everybody gets really excited about the next new big thing, but I think some people go a little bit too far with it, and they're like, it's gonna kill everything, everything's gonna fall over. Not really. There are still games that nobody talks about anymore at all,
Hi
and
there.
they're still surviving. Maybe
Yeah.
barely, but they are still surviving.
Is this
So-
specifically in reference to being the WoW killer?
Yeah. Specifically in reference to somebody saying that this is going to be a WoW killer. And as much as I love Ashes so far, and I think it's going to be even better when everything finally fleshes out fully, but I don't think it's going to kill WoW.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Air says, WoW will kill WoW eventually.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah, two different, very, very different games. I agree.
I think my argument on this. Sorry, I interrupted
That's
you.
okay.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna go ahead and play the audio or the video,
Do it.
but go
Yeah,
ahead and
yeah,
keep
yeah.
talking.
Okay. I was just gonna say, lost my train of thought.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Choo
my fault I
choo.
interrupted. Something about as long as Asmongold's playing WoW, WoW won't die. And I don't think Asmongold's gonna quit WoW to go play Ashes. I think he will go play Ashes for a little bit, but he's never gonna stop playing WoW. He's just gonna come back to it. And
It's because there's drama to be had. There's always something to complain about with WoW. So
true.
that's, I think, one of the reasons that people are never going to stop streaming it, because there's always going to be drama about WoW.
It
Always.
was also like his first love, and like I just don't think that I could never see him quitting that game. And I think like lately I do feel like big streamers actually make games, and I think Asmongold makes WoW a little bit more interesting than it is by itself.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry, I'm just making sure you guys can hear the audio for this finally. So here we go. Oops, why did I click out of it? I was trying to hit play. Oh no. Okay, there we go.
Oh no.
We just talked about
Background
that
music.
Ashes of Nair.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the 24-hour stuff there, Z. This time maybe I'll actually catch the Pathfinder stuff live.
I'm hoping to get a alpha key. Hopefully.
Uh-oh. Is it the video not going through?
Oh goodness.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh goodness.
Oh,
What did
now
I do?
Oh no.
Oh goodness.
You're
What did I
breaking
do?
it. You're breaking it.
Ham stuff.
But yeah, AOC won't have like the instanced rating and all, but the one thing that they will have that sounds pretty cool is the fact that it does
I can't hear
have
anything.
rating in dungeons that are going to adjust based on your skills and your progress through the rest of the dungeon and raid going up to the main bosses. So
Yeah.
and that'll be a thing.
And they don't have instance rating yet. Not until I make my latest YouTube video convincing them to make instance raids.
I'm gonna restart it because I was trying to move it because I realized halfway through that it wasn't showing because I didn't have it technically up. So
Dope.
I'm gonna restart it. I'm sorry if it's a little low. I have the audio for the desktop in general low because it can hear a lot of things, but let me check. I think I've got it fixed now. Yeah, it should be fixed. Okay, here. Okay. Let's see. How is this? Okay, I think we'll be fine. I think what it heard is the music, so let me know if that's better for you guys. What do you guys think of the video? This is my first time seeing it, to be honest.
It's pretty good. Too fast. Wish they would have slowed it down a little bit.
Yeah, it was really quick in and out. But yeah, in like right there, you can see the little star crawler right at their feet. Like while they're stretching and whatnot, getting ready to fight. It does a little chinchilla stuff. Yeah.
Their Assassin's
It's
Creed
adorable.
garb on.
Yeah, this kind of ties into somebody else, many other people were going on about how the particle effects are still a bit too much for the cleric.
I was just thinking, man, I don't hear the audio, and then I realized I don't have the stream. I have the stream muted, so of course I wouldn't hear the audio. Yeah, I do think I think the particles for every class so far has been a little bit much. Well, maybe not 10. But mage with their giant black hole, that particle effect is crazy.
Yeah, but there's also a kind of a need for that, or not really a need, but a reason for that, because it's supposed to be blacking people out so they can't see anything. They can't see what's attacking them or coming at them.
Yeah, I mean, if that's their goal when they've made that ability, then it works really well. Let me just say that.
I think maybe if they were to attach the ability to the client side so they can't see anything, but then just make it like a gray cloud, so it's not so obtuse for everybody else, maybe it would be better. But
yeah, I'm just thinking like you just have like 10 mages and each one just casts it off cooldown, and you're just never able to see, like, ever.
Yeah, are you gonna look for the little star crawler?
Neko and I did. There we go.
But yeah, I mean, the only thing that somebody said that I would kind of agree with to a point, but I'm not going to go full in that direction until I actually experience it all, is that the effects don't look necessarily cleric-ish. They don't have the typical like healing character feel to them.
Yeah.
It's very much more like high energy, staticky, raw power feel, which feels very magey.
One thing I love, and I never even thought of this before for like a MMO, but the heal where you cast it up in the air and then it takes time to come back down and heal someone. I thought that was like the coolest idea, because like you don't, it's not like a cast time, but there is like time in between when you cast the heal and when the person gets healed. And so then you have to like use your skill to like time the heal at the right time and stuff like that. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to be a balancing act there.
Yeah. The star crawler is super cute though.
Yeah,
Or beyond
it
your
is. Yeah,
shoulder.
it is. Yeah, I mean, maybe it will fly. Maybe it's one of those super magical things that doesn't need wings to fly. He's just hanging out on the ground right now because why not?
Maybe his massive ears will let him fly.
Yeah, Dumbo style.
Yeah.
And they got the little chameleon tail thing too.
I love that thing.
Yeah, replace cast bars with animations, exactly. Tavern. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I did notice that basically no ability in the game had like cast time other than some of like the more like the channeled spells like exorcism and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I'm really trying. Frame by
Trying to
frame.
get the best view possible.
Yes. Oh no. I think that is like half of his face is the best view possible. It's like here up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
play
I
cleric
tweeted
and
it was
prophet,
it.
yes.
It was I think 28 seconds was the best that I found, because it's a full frontal picture of him without that nameplate over top of it.
Yeah. I saw the one that we ended up tweeting out that you tweeted out for us, but
Yeah, I want to see the pseudo Dracolish. I want to see what that looks like. I don't even think they put out any like real art on that one. It's all just concept stuff.
Oh, I didn't even notice what he meant with that person in chat, man, when he said you replaced me as OldBlindGuy, and then I looked on the stream, I realized our names were switched around.
Yeah.
oh yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
It didn't end up working out very well earlier.
No, it's fine. I'm not like trying to call you out or anything. I just I just thought it was funny.
Hey, I'll be who I want. You can't tell me what to do. But
Nice.
But yeah, what check this out though. This one I thought was kind of cute and funny. So somebody made a post on the forums, by the way, with the last dev stream. The costumes that the three were wearing. Jeff and Steven and Maggie.
Oh yes, this one.
This person came up with a backstory for the witch, on who the witch was and everything. And so far nobody's commented for the last like week, but I thought it was kind of funny.
Oh yeah. I think it's super adorable. Our peers unite. Enjoy this.
Right.
I just want to say that Margaret looked amazing with the witch costume. Like her skin was like
Yeah.
perfect green, like it was like supposed to be that color or something.
Yeah,
I don't know how
Yeah.
she did it.
I was amused by that, and I was just like, I wish I had my airbrush and body paint, but it's far too messy to do where I live, and and I would need help with a lot of it. So I thought that was really, really cool. Wasn't
Yeah, I
that
think she
a
just
filter?
used a filter because of what she was
Maybe.
wearing and everything.
Wait, was it?
Yeah, it looked like it was she was able to turn it probably black and white and then applied a green filter to it after that.
Wow, fool me. I thought she just painted herself.
And that's what I thought, just because of how everything she was wearing and whatnot, it looked like it was almost like put together specifically to make sure that it could just go through a filter to turn green.
Huh.
Instead
Interesting.
of like having to paint herself.
Interesting. Yeah,
But,
we all thought she was painted.
Yeah. A lot of people thought she was painted. Which
Wow.
I'm not saying that that's correct. I'm just saying that's what it looks like to me. It looks like everything went through a digital filter there.
Well, having seen cosplayers and stuff like that, I don't know. Watch Ratty.
I don't know what to
Ratty.
believe anymore.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the statement video thing.
Mm.
Let me see. Let's see if I can get that pulled up. Like, see if I can get you the
Oh, is it a
link real
video?
quick. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Toss me that link. I will happily pull it up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, check out this link here also while I pull that one up. This one was a neat little discussion Wandering Mist started about designing your own spells and trying to get people to input some creations of their own.
Oh, I got it.
Oh, you got the ready video?
Yeah, she said it's in the news of AOC.
Perfect. But
I don't know if I've seen this.
Oh, the ready thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was neat. We'll see if we can get Z to cry.
Okay, I will pull that up. Hold on. Let me fix some stuff before I move anybody over anywhere.
Okay, well you're fixing that. But yeah, that thing from Wandering Mist, the link I just put in there. Wandering Mist had a cool couple abilities with mana barriers that he goes and describes through. But what I actually got a real kick out of, because I'm highly interested in the Bard class coming out, is the third post down is from Davey Wavy, and they're purely Bard skills. Talking about like rousing intro is a music spell. For X seconds, all nearby party members are inspired by your song and gain X% damage mitigation. And then there's rhythmical motif, music spell. Must follow a pattern. For X seconds, all nearby party members follow your rhythm and gain X% damage increase.
Thank you, Flintstone.
And then chorus is a pattern. Must follow a music spell. For X seconds, nearby party members gain X health regeneration. So you'd have to alternate between patterns and music. And I think that was a cool idea. Some neat little augments in there.
Oh, I didn't know that there was another MMO that wanted to do custom spells. I don't follow like all the things, so. All right, here's this video. Okay, so I want to cry now. Oh no, I don't hear you.
Solid video.
Yeah, Vertec is gone.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Vertex gone. Yeah, I was muting. I had to move my mic. I forgot to turn it back on. But yeah. Stupid onions gonna make me cry. I mean, tear up because it's irritating my eye is why. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of humid today.
Yeah, a little bit.
Gamers
So
doing
lettuce.
cool gamer stuff, making fun times and good days for little ones. I like it.
I
Have you,
hadn't really realized either.
You guys ever watch like summer games done quick or like awesome games done quick or anything?
No.
It's like a speedrunning community that like they do like a big Twitch stream every year for charity. And they raise like 100K or like they raise like I think they raise like millions or something. It's crazy.
That's a
I
crazy
don't remember
amount.
exactly how much.
Bananas. Oh, you may have bumped into I forget the name of the band, but there's a band that does speed runs. Like the band gets together and they make they recreate the music.
Protomen?
Like no, not Protomen.
Oh dang it!
No.
It was the people that were on before Protomen.
Yeah, they were on before
Dang it.
Protomen.
I
But
forget.
yeah,
They were cool
the
though.
band will reproduce. They'll play like the Mega Man theme song, and the one person will sit there in the middle of the band, like he's the centerpiece, playing the game with the projector behind him. He'll play
that's
through
crazy.
the levels,
Yeah.
beat the entire game in 45 minutes or so, and have the band playing the music for every single stage and all the boss
Yeah.
fights and everything as he's doing it.
And sometimes
Wow.
he'll stop in the middle and like make his character like jump just to get the crowd hyped up. He was like,
It's because he'll be beating the game faster than they can play the shortened version of the theme song. They'll get to the end and have to start like dancing around, waiting for him to finish to get to the next song, so he can
Yeah.
jump through the boss door.
That's really
funny.
cool. That's a really cool idea. I haven't ran into them, but that's an awesome idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll come up. I'll see if I can remember their name and dig it up and send it over.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Is there anything else that you want to chat about? I think we covered a lot today.
Anything and everything. Please
Anything
feel
and
free. Bring it
everything.
up. Bring it up.
Yeah.
While he's thinking, I'm most excited for just being able to actually see part of it, because last year I was
Yeah,
not
same.
able to catch any of it. I was way too busy and swamped with work. This year I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing work, but at least I'll be able to see it. So
Yeah, same.
How do you guys feel about them possibly selling Alpha 1 keys again?
I think it's good, especially because somebody like me who has randomly become busy can't always be at every single one. So at least that means at least somebody can replace me. But on top of that, I don't think they ever said that they weren't going to ever do it again. I think they just said that they're going to stop for the moment because I think they hit like some sort of goal. But with different time zones and different people interested in it, I think it's important, especially at this stage, that we have as many people being able to join in as possible. Granted, there are other ways that you can go about it, such as opening it up to people that have beta access, but then that's a whole other situation because you promise them access to beta, not alpha. And so I think it, as long as they can have a way to maybe be able to purchase upwards, like if you have a beta key active, I don't know what to call it, but if you purchased a beta key, it'd be cool if you could upgrade up to the alpha key and be able to keep all of the other like cool niftiness that goes with it. I'm interested in seeing how they try that.
me personally, I am fully open for them reopening the sales for the Alpha 1. I know there's some people that are mainly bent about the, I guess, wording when they were removing it from the store before, saying, hey, we're going to be removing it, this is your last chance, etc., and then opening it up again. But there was also other phrasing where he said, we've reached the 10K mark that we needed to hit, so we're going to go ahead and close that up now. But
Yeah.
if they now have said like, yeah, so we're over 10K people, but we'd still like more in to test, to me that's going to do nothing but improve their process. It's going to
And then
improve
you
how
have
many
people like
are
Frosty,
testing
too.
things.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, personally, I really hope they do, because as an Ashes of Creation content creator,
Mhm.
it's gonna be really awkward when Alpha 1 comes out and I can't play it.
Yeah.
So
That's the funny thing. We ended up backing the game before we ever thought about podcasting. And so
Uh-huh.
now we're here. We're like, well, I mean, I'm glad I backed the game, but it wasn't because I planned to become a content creator. It was just more like, that sounds like an amazing deal. Yes, I don't want to ever pay for subscription ever again in my life. I will
Yeah,
go with that
sounds
one. Yeah, guides and stuff. Keep us posted. Because as we get closer, also you, old blind guy, as we get closer to more content coming out, like let us know what kind of content you're interested in making. Because honestly, I would love to be able to start categorizing you guys. Oh, welcome in. I'd love to be able to start categorizing you guys in order to help other people. Like, do you want guides? Go see Frosty. Do you want opinion gameplay? Go see Bart or Blind Guy, probably. You want bards? Go see Bard.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely are planning on trying to stream when Alpha 1 comes out. So if those of you want to come and join us and come chill with us while we play at different times, again, it's according to the timeline, not going to be out until April or May of next year. But that gives us plenty of time to plan for it at least. But yes, I hope for other content creators who've just joined us and didn't really have the option to ahead of time, I hope they do open up the Alpha 1 key so that you guys can jump in on this, because that would be really cool. But I did hear that they are working on redoing the content creator setup, I guess. I don't know what to call it, but the official content creator stuff, they're working on redoing it. People who already are content creators have to reapply. They're changing the way that everything works so that even if you're a small streamer, you can still be a part of it. It just more so affects the number of items you get. Like, for example, like the number of keys. It's less about like, oh, you have to have this many followers like it was previously. And then here, Vertec and I were like, but we're trying. Which, by the way, I wanted to quickly mention this while we are live, because I haven't taken a look in a little while. But I want to say, we are almost to 700 followers. So thank you guys for the love and, support. We've been at this for about 2 years now, and we're getting closer to big goals.
I wanted to mention this before the stream or during the stream, and I forgot until you just reminded me. You guys had 666 followers.
Yes.
Before you started the stream today.
Yeah, a couple days too late. We noticed
I
that.
I know.
Yeah, if we caught that, because I think it's been the same for the past couple of days, but yeah, if we caught that on Halloween night and been streaming on Halloween night, that would have been perfect. Like, nobody follow, not till the end of the night, not till we're done.
I was actually, it would have been funny if it had like stayed leveled out until next Friday, because next Friday is Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
So, yeah. All right, Mr. Old Blind Guy, any final words?
Final words.
Final words.
Thank you for having me on. I hope everyone enjoyed the show, and if you did, follow me, and if you didn't, follow me, and yeah, have a great day, everyone.
Ashes of Nerer. I think it was like 7 people or something like that. They said that all went through and did like the COVID testing, etc., so they can be in a closed environment with themselves. But yeah, Mr. OBD, who I forget who I confused you with and how I confused you in the Among Us game with
Oh yeah,
with
BCG.
I forget which one of you I accused of murdering on Among Us, but you
made the right decision at the end. So it's
in
fine.
the end. But thank you for joining us. Appreciate your time here, and
Thanks for
everybody
having me.
who's been hanging out with us. thank you so much for hanging out. We do appreciate your time. It's very valuable. You do not get it back, and you spent it here. So
Yes. Also, before anybody leaves, because I know y'all are gearing up, on the conversation of people and is it BC Giant on here on Twitch?
BC,
Yeah.
I think it's just
yeah, I'll send you over the link here.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, BC Giant.
Okay, perfect. I already got it queued up then.
perfect.
On the note of supporting people and Intrepid and all of these wonderful, just charities and stuff, supporting people in general. We're in a time frame where we just all need a lot of support. We're gonna go host or raid BC Giant and give him the best. Give him the best. In the meantime, we'll see you next time, and bye.
Bye.
Later on.